Welcome into the Chiefs Report. My name is Harrison Graham. We got a loaded show for you guys, so buckle up as we're going to get into Bleacher Report's latest article. They have 3 Chiefs trade candidates before training camp. I'm going to react to the 3 players they discuss and whether or not I think it makes sense to actually trade them away. But we're doing a July subscriber battle before we jump into this video. We've already picked up 28 new subscribers this month. Shout out to Chiefs Kingdom for doing that in the first couple of days of the month. Raiders Report only has 9 new subscribers. Hey, let's beat Mitchell Renz and the Raiders Report in new subscribers this month. If you love the Chiefs, if you are a part of Chiefs Kingdom, we're the channel for you. Daily content coming your way, so subscribe for more videos. All right, let's get to Bleacher Report's trade candidates for the Chiefs. The first one, not really a surprise, right? A player we've discussed quite a bit. That is Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the former first-round pick, as a potential player who could be on the trading block. Here's Jake Rill of Bleacher Report saying, Edwards-Helaire's production has yet to live up to expectations. In fact, his numbers have gone down over his 3-year career. This past season, he rushed for a career-low 302 yards and 3 touchdowns in 10 games. One reason for Edwards-Helaire's lack of production has been the several injuries he's endured, but even when he was healthy this past season, he was often behind Isiah Pacheco and Jerick McKinnon in the backfield pecking order. And look, this is not new information, right? This is something we've discussed throughout the offseason. His production has gone down, partially, yes, due to injuries and partially due to just not being super effective and other players being better options. To be quite frank, this past year, Isiah Pacheco, as a 7th-round rookie, emerged. He had a great season and became RB1 before CEH got hurt. They benched Edwards-Helaire for Pacheco. McKinnon has proven to be that reliable number 2, a guy who can catch the ball, an excellent pass blocker. That's why they brought him back in a reliable rotation back. It's not that I wouldn't like Clyde Edwards-Helaire as part of this rotation, but he's RB3 at best. If you can trade him, save a couple $1,000,000, and get a late-round draft pick for him, I think that's a no-brainer. Deneric Prince is someone who can handle that RB3 duties and be a kickoff returner as well. I think that is the route I would go if I was Kansas City. So do you want to trade Clyde Edwards-Helaire? I do. I think it makes sense if there's a trade out there to go ahead and move him. Type Y for yes, you do. Type N for no, you don't want to trade him. I would move on and give him a fresh start, and also Kansas City can just shift into a different direction. The next trade candidate from Bleacher Report is Lucas Niang, who was a 3rd-round pick in 2020, took the COVID opt-out. Technically, his rookie season was in 2021, got hurt. Last year wasn't healthy until late in the year, was slated to be a backup. And then this year, we thought he would be a starter with the exit of Andrew Wiley, but then things changed, and that's kind of what Jake Rill outlines here in this quote from Bleacher Report. He said, at one point earlier this offseason, it seemed probable that Lucas Niang would be one of Kansas City's 2 starting offensive tackles heading into the 2023 season, but the team made a pair of signings that no longer make that the case. With Donovan Smith and Jawaan Taylor likely to be the Chiefs' top 2 offensive tackles, Niang seems destined for a reserve role, assuming that he's still with Kansas City when the regular season arrives. It might be a better move by the Chiefs to shop Niang to see if they could acquire a draft pick. Now, I thought Lucas Niang in 2021, before he got injured with that nasty patella tear injury, held his own. I thought he played at an average to above average level at right tackle. His overall grade was right around that average. Pass blocking needed a little bit of work, but he was a positive run blocker. Gave up just 2 sacks and 9 starts. Not great, not terrible in that regard in his first year as a starter, basically his rookie year. Technically, it is his rookie year because the COVID year didn't count because he opted out. So when Andrew Wiley signed with the Commanders, the chatter was, oh, Lucas Niang, he's going to be a starting tackle for this team. They signed Jawaan Taylor. He's going to be left tackle. Well, then something shifted, and the Chiefs opted to sign Donovan Smith, who 8-year starter with the Buccaneers. Struggled last year, but has over 100 starts under his belt. He was playing through an injury. If he can get healthy, he's a proven guy at left tackle. Moved Jawaan Taylor back to right tackle to play the position he's played his entire career. And considering they drafted Wanya Morris this year in the 3rd round, he could be your swing tackle, and Lucas Niang is expendable at that point. Now, one could make the argument that Wanya Morris needs a year, like a redshirt year, right? Like, he needs to improve his technique. He needs to be a guy that probably works on his body a little bit. But if there's a trade out there where you get something for Niang, if he's not considered a future starter in the Chiefs' eyes, then that is something you absolutely have to consider, especially if you're confident in Wanya Morris's future to at least be a serviceable swing tackle. Now, guys, 4th of July is tomorrow. You're not going to get this T-shirt in time for them, but you can represent USA all year long, baby, and obviously you'll have this shirt for next year. Pick up a Chiefs 4th of July American-themed T-shirt right now. Chatsports.com/ChiefsUSA. That link is in the comment section and description of this video. Chatsports.com/ChiefsUSA. Represent the Kansas City Chiefs and the United States with this T-shirt. Okay, one more trade candidate, an interesting one here. Danna. Mike Danna, a guy who we talked about a little bit this offseason, but someone who played pretty well last year. Here's Jake Rill once again. He says, Kansas City has used early draft picks to improve the ends of its defensive line in recent years. In 2022, it selected George Karlaftis in the first round. In 2023, it again picked up an edge rusher in the opening round, taking Felix Anudike-Uzomah. All of these moves have made it less likely that Mike Danna will get a ton of opportunities during the upcoming season. The 25-year-old had a career-high 5 sacks in 13 games last year, so his stock is the highest it's been during his 3-year career. I definitely agree with that last part. His stock has never been higher. 5 sacks as a rotation player a year ago, couple of forced fumbles. I like how Michael Danna played a year ago. I think as a rotation guy, he's really, really good. Now, I don't think he's a starter, but Felix Anudike-Uzomah missed most of the offseason program, the rookie, recovering from a thumb surgery. So I think Danna, as of now, would be ahead of Anudike-Uzomah. Obviously, you're hoping the first-round pick ends up being a better player, but I think if you're getting rid of Danna, if you're trading for him, you're probably signing or trading for a veteran. Like you're bringing in a Jadeveon Clowney, a Yannick Ngakoue. You're trading for a Danielle Hunter possibly, because I have said consistently I think there's room for one more edge rusher on this defensive line, and that's if you don't move anybody. So I think if you especially do move somebody, then you're going to be bringing somebody in because you have Karlaftis, Amenahue, Anudike-Uzomah, and Danna is 4 edges that you can trust. That's how teams like to operate. B.J. Thompson's a project. Joshua Kando has shown you nothing through 2 years, so I think you'd want to get one more guy in there, especially if you do move Danna. So I'm only trading Michael Danna if the return is decent, and if I've got another move lined up to help replace his production. Now name a player that the Chiefs should trade. The 3 Bleacher Report trade candidates, again, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Lucas Niang, and Michael Danna. Maybe it's one of those players. Maybe it's someone else on the roster. Let me know down in the comments who you would like to see the Chiefs trade before training camp. All right, Chiefs Kingdom, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Enjoy your 4th of July holiday. If you're having a couple of drinks, drink responsibly. Uber is your friend. Enjoy it with friends and family. I know I'm going to do that. I've got the day off tomorrow, so we'll be back on Wednesday with another Chiefs video. Until then, go Chiefs.